The majority of people who bank with Navy Federal literally have no idea about the extra perks that they offer for members who are currently banking with them. Most people are only familiar with the stuff they have on their website, which is totally fine. But if you guys want to find out more benefits that you guys didn't know about, then today I'm going to be giving you guys the secret sauce. The 5 perks that I'm about to be mentioning in this video, Navy Federal Credit Union generally doesn't go around advertising. So if I were you, I would definitely stick around to the end of this video so that way you don't skip out on any valuable information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business, credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so jumping right into it, the first perk that Navy Federal Credit Union is hiding from you is their 25 to 50 year membership loyalty program. People who've been banking with Navy Federal for 25 years or even 50 years are going to have access to certain benefits that most Navy Federal members do not have. And we can't be upset about this because people who have been banking with this credit union for that long have already established a really long relationship with them already. So they kind of already proved their loyalty and relationship with Navy Federal. So now in return, Navy Federal is going to reward them for being with them for so long. And these benefits are going to consist of you getting a lower interest rate on your credit cards or even your loans with them. You'll even actually receive extra reward points per every dollar that you spend with them, depending on what Navy Federal credit card you have with them. So if a Navy Federal credit card is giving you 2 or 3 reward points per every dollar spent, if you're in this loyalty program, then you could potentially get like 5 or 6 reward points per every dollar spent. And we all know the Platinum credit card doesn't actually give you any reward points. So for that card, you would just receive a lower interest rate than what's actually on the website. And then you could potentially do this with other Navy Federal credit cards as well if you guys are in the 25 to 50 year membership loyalty program. But another benefit of being in this loyalty program is you can actually get an increase on your certificate rate, depending on what certificate you currently have with Navy Federal though. So that's going to be the first perk that Navy Federal Credit Union is hiding from you. Now let's move on to the second. The second perk that Navy Federal Credit Union is hiding from you is their 30-day extension. And what this pretty much does is let you skip a payment on one of your Navy Federal credit cards or one of your Navy Federal loans all the way up until the next 30 days. So if you guys are ever in a sticky situation, all you have to do is call Navy Federal and request a 30-day extension on one of your Navy Federal credit cards or loans, so that way you can skip it up until the next month. I only recommend to do this if you guys absolutely need to do this because maybe you're short on money for whatever reason, or maybe you just got laid off at your job, and if that's a reason, then yeah, by all means do it. But if this is not you, then no, I wouldn't recommend that you do this. Because if you guys end up doing this, the Navy Federal can potentially drop your credit limit on one of your Navy Federal credit cards because you're literally showing them that you can't make the payments. And by this happening, this could potentially drop your credit score. If anything, I would do a 30-day extension on a Navy Federal loan versus doing it on a credit card, because if you do it on a loan, it doesn't really affect you as much. But if you guys want to do this, then your Navy Federal account cannot be too new. You have to have the account open for at least 6 months and been making on-time payments for all those 6 months in order to qualify for a 30-day extension. So if you don't meet this requirement, then you will not qualify for a 30-day extension. I actually did a full in-depth video on this topic not too long ago, so if you guys want to watch that, then feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below. But the third perk that Navy Federal Credit Union is hiding from you is their expedited shipping on their credit cards. If you recently got approved for a new credit card at Navy Federal, then it's typically going to take anywhere from 3 to 5 business days to receive it in the mail. But what they don't tell you is that they can actually expedite your credit card to you using FedEx. Typically, it's going to be a $12 fee in order to do this, and this fee is going to come from either your checking or your savings account. And if you guys end up going this route, then it's typically only going to take 1 to 2 business days for it to arrive in the mail at your house. Now, sometimes, depending on your tone of voice and how nice you are talking to the Navy Federal representative, they can actually waive this $12 fee for you. So just make sure to speak super nice to them so that way they can waive that fee for you. And also really quick, if you guys are finding any of this information helpful, if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button, I would truly appreciate it because it really helps me out a lot, and then it's also a dope way to help support the channel. But the fourth perk that Navy Federal Credit Union is hiding from you is their credit limit migration rules. I actually made a full in-depth video on this not too long ago, so if you guys want to watch that video, then feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below. But pretty much what the new credit limit migration rule is, they're only allowing you to migrate your credit limit from one Navy Federal credit card to another if you're doing a balance transfer from a different credit issuer. Before late 2023, Navy Federal Credit Union was actually allowing you to migrate your credit limit from one Navy Federal credit card onto another just because. But now there's certain restrictions in play that will not allow you to do this anymore. They will only allow you to do this if the balance transfer from the different credit issuer is a higher amount than what you actually have on one of your Navy Federal credit cards. So again, if the balance transfer that you're trying to do from the different credit issuer is too high, then they would just take the credit limit from your other Navy Federal credit card and add it to the Navy Federal credit card that needs it, so that way you can have a successful balance transfer. And again, if you guys want to watch the full in-depth video, then feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below. But the last perk, the fifth perk that Navy Federal Credit Union is hiding from you is their APR reduction. If you currently have a credit card with Navy Federal, then you can actually request for them to lower your APR to a lower rate. Like for example, at the time of this recording, the Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card has a variable APR of 14.90% to 18%. Sometimes some of you guys will be at an 18 or 17% due to your credit worthiness. But if you feel you have a better credit score than what you did back then you can request your APR to be the lowest interest rate that they offer. And even in some special case scenarios, they might even go a little lower than what they actually have on their website. But that's going to be a back end thing that they do on their end, which is a really rare case scenario. The lowest interest rate you'll get typically though is whatever the lowest interest rate is on that specific Navy Federal credit card. And in order to even qualify for this, you must have the account open for at least a year and your account has to be in good standing. And you also must be under the credit limit amount given. So if you guys are looking to do this, then all you have to do is call in or just send an e-message on your Navy Federal app. Once the request is sent, it usually takes anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to review it, and if it goes through, you're going to be approved instantly. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys found value in any of this information as always. Let me know in the comments below, how long have you guys been banking with Navy Federal Credit Union? I would like to know. And also, if you guys are looking for a high yield savings account, I personally use SoFi, so that's what I would recommend using. If you guys use my link in the description below, then you can earn all the way up to $325 of free money, so I definitely wouldn't snooze on that while the offer is still available. And really quick, I do offer one-on-one consultations. The link will always be in the description below. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We're at 41,035 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, and if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on you guys' credit cards, talk about how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit, we talk about real estate, we talk about mortgage loan programs, we talk about all that. So this is your one-stop shop. And really quick, for those that don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent, a realtor, and I'm also a licensed mortgage loan originator as well. So if you guys have any questions or concerns in regards to real estate, all my information will always be in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.